Hello curlies. I just want to introduce you guys to this video. This is going to be the ABCs of natural hair, and honestly I feel like I would have really benefited from having something like this when I first went natural, because there was so many terms thrown out there. I'm like, what's ACV and what's BC and all this other stuff. And surely along the way, I'm into my third year of being completely natural, and along the way, I've picked up these terms, and I know exactly what they mean. So there's tons of these terms out there, so I'm just going to go through some of them, and hopefully you guys will find this helpful. First, we're going to start with, yes, I do have a paper because there's a lot of them. ACV. What is it? ACV stands for apple cider vinegar, and basically you'll hear this a lot when it comes to cleansing the scalp and the hair. Next, we have the Baggy Method. The Baggy Method is basically you're taking maybe like a shower cap or even a plastic bag, and you're going to moisturize that hair or put your leave-in conditioner or whatever it is that you're putting on your hair, and you're going to cover your hair with that bag. And what it's going to do, it's going to help condition your hair using your own natural body heat. And this can be done overnight, or leave it on a couple hours. I use the Baggy Method sometimes because I wear my hair in a puff a lot, and like I'll do it either at night or in the morning. Like I'll put it on if I don't have anything to do that day, but if I do have something in the morning to do, I'll baggy my hair at night, and when I take it off in the morning, my hair will be nice and moist, and then I just rub some of my Shea butter cream through my hair just to seal in some of that moisture. Next, we have BC. BC is the beginning of it all. It's the big chop. That's basically you're just chopping off all of that relaxed hair. Okay, moving on to creamy crack. Now, if you're not familiar with this term, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Creamy crack is the relaxer, the perm, the natural girl's worst enemy kind of situation. But no, really, it's the creamy crack. And honestly, when I first started my whole journey to being natural, it took me maybe it took a couple months before I was like, I will not go back to the creamy crack. It was almost like an addiction type thing to me. It's kind of embarrassing to admit that, but it's true, and I've made it, and it's not such a big deal after all. Okay, the curly girl method. We have basically the curly girl method is a method of when you do little shampooing. You want to stay away from those sulfates and silicones and all that other stuff that's damaging and stripping your hair of its natural oils. You want to do lots of co-washing. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that soon. Excuse me. Like I said, avoiding the combs, i.e. silicones, and lots of finger detangling. Basically, using your fingers to get the tangles out of your hair. It's a little bit more gentle and less stressful on the hair. Next, we have clarifying. That's basically just removing the buildup from the scalp and the hair. And yeah, I just had like a moment. Sorry about that. Removing the buildup from the scalp and the hair, it may be clogging up your pores. Back to co-washing. Co-washing is exactly kind of what it sounds like. It's using a conditioner rather than a shampoo to wash the hair. It'll leave the hair a little bit more moisturized and shiny and not so stripped. Okay, next we have DC. DC stands for deep conditioning. Not much more to that, which that is a vital step, when you're natural. Lots of deep conditioning. Got to get that moisture in. Okay, EO, it stands for essential oils, rosemary, lavender, tea tree, orange, grapefruit, all those lovely, lovely oils that a lot of our products and a lot of our DIY, geez, I cannot talk today, products are made with essential oils. Okay, so EVOO is extra virgin olive oil. Personally, that's one of the staples in my whole routine. I use lots of olive oil, coconut oil, shea butters, all of those, natural oils and butters. Okay, now I'm going to get into hair length, letterings. There's a bunch of those. We have EL, which is going to be, your ear length. We have CL for chin length, NL neck length, SL shoulder length, APL armpit length, BSL bra strap length, BSB beneath the shoulder blades. Sorry, I'm not turning around. MBL for mid back length, HL is for hip length, and WSL is waist length. Now, you usually won't hear people use that many of them, but just in case, you might see it and might want to know what those are. Those are the hair lengths. Okay, next we have heat damage. Now, for you that don't know exactly what heat damage is, it's basically irreversible damage from heat. Excessive blow drying on high, excessive flat iron usage. No one said that you can't use heat, but you have to use it properly. Make sure you're using a heat protectant. You got to protect that hair, because once you get heat damage, there's a very good chance, if there's even a chance at all, that you'll be able to repair it. So please be careful with the heat. Okay, we have leave-in. A leave-in is basically just a conditioner that you'll leave in your hair. Simple. You have conditioners that you wash out, you have your deep conditioners, and you have your leave-in conditioners. Simple. Okay, L.O.C is a method that you can use on your hair, and it basically stands for liquid oil cream. From personal experience, my L.O.C method would go, liquid. I just use water. Water is my main moisturizer. Water is like the holy grail of all moisturizers. That's what you want to make sure that you're getting into your hair. In my opinion, it is the best. So liquid oil cream. So I have water, and then I'll use like an oil. Maybe I use a blend of oils actually. It's more like a tea tree, olive oil, I have some avocado oil, jojoba. I have a bunch of, different oils that I mix together that I personally use on my own hair. And then for my cream, I have my own product called the Shea Citrus Fruit and Shea Whipped Butter Cream. And it's basically a sealing, moisturizing butter that I use on my hair, and, gives me all these nice little curls. But that's my personal method for doing the L.O.C. So remember, liquid oil cream. Okay, next we have Nappaverssary. Yes. Does it sound weird? Yes. Should you celebrate it? I'd say so. A Nappaverssary is basically just celebrating the anniversary of your big chop, when you became a full-on natural haired lady, gentleman, child. Just celebrate it. It's a big accomplishment, and a lot of people don't actually make it, that far into their journey. Okay, so next we have pineapple. Pineappling is basically, you're gonna gather all your hair up to the top of your head, and you kind of wrap it around. It helps to stretch your hair out a little bit. For me, I pineapple to get my poof to get all curly like that. I just pull it up, and I have my product in there, and I leave the top of it out, and then these are free to curl up and do all kinds of wild and crazy things up there. So next we have Pre-Poo. Pre-poo is essentially just conditioning the hair with oils before shampooing. And what this is going to do, it's going to help your hair not get so stripped and retain some of that moisture that would normally be lost and stripped away using traditional shampoos. Next, we have protective styles. Protective style is just any kind of hairstyle that's going to protect your hair from damage, twists, braids, tucking those ends under, protecting them from, everyday wear and tear. Next, we have sealing. Sealing is when you use a product to lock in the moisture. And that's where a lot of, not even just naturals, I'm sorry guys, not even just naturals, but people in general, they go really wrong when they'll apply a moisturizer or, leave-in or, whatever it is that they use to moisturize their hair. They put it in there, they don't seal in the moisture, and then they're, complain that their hair is dry, and that's basically because they're not sealing that moisture in. So it is very, very important to make sure you are sealing the moisture into your hair anytime, and I mean anytime you add some water or your moisturizer to your hair. Make sure you seal that moisture in before doing your twists, before doing your braids. Even me, when I wear my puff, even though it's in a puff, I spray it down or add my moisturizer, and then I rub my sealer through. Focus on those ends because that is the part of your hair that's going to dry out first, and it's most likely going to be the worst part of your hair. So you really want to take care of it because it's older and it's a little bit more fragile. Take care of it and you'll see, your length. You'll start to see your length back if you can maintain that moisture, protect it, and, keep it from breaking off. Next, we have shrinkage. Shrinkage is the tightening of the curls as they dry. I can use my hair as an example. Let me find a nice, good curly one. This is my hair. You see it. It's all shrunk up. Stretched it out. I can really, and they actually go a little bit further than that. But as you can see, they're compact to my head. It's the natural thing that your curls are going to do. So that's shrinkage. Next, we have slip. Now, usually when you hear the word slip, it's in reference to the conditioner. It's, basically the feel that it puts on your hair and how easily it glides through the hair, enabling you to be able to and easily pull that hair apart without any damage being done. So usually whenever you hear someone say co-washing or detangling their hair, you'll hear them refer to the word slip when it comes to that. Next, we have stretching, and stretching is the anti-shrinkage. So if you're like me, you don't mind some shrinkage because I love my curls. I don't mind my hair shrinking up. It's not a big deal. But then if you don't like that, you want to stretch your hair, and basically that's, twisting your hair down, maybe pinning it around, putting in some ponytails, pinning those down. Basically, you're allowing your hair to dry in a stretched out manner, so the hair, it's enough tension on the hair basically to keep it from tightening and shrinking up. That's the best way I can describe that. And the last one that I'm going to go over is T.W.A. If you big chopped, without transitioning, you just big chop, you're going to be rocking a T.W.A. for a little while, and that is your teeny weeny afro. And I had no clue what to do with my T.W.A., so I resorted to protective styles. But yeah, when you big chop, whether you transitioned or not, chances are you're probably gonna end up with some form of a T.W.A. unless you did a long-term transition. Me personally, I think I transitioned for about 8 months, so when I did big chop, I had about 4 inches of hair, so that still kind of put me in the T.W.A. category. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Trust me, there's tons of these terms out there. If there's any specific terms that you know more about or have some questions about or even want to correct me on, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Don't forget to check out my website. That's www.sheachild.com. I'll have all of my videos posted on there. I also do a little bit of fitness and yoga. Go check it out. If you're interested in any of my products, please check out, my shop, or you can go on to www.fb.com/shareyourway, and you can check out my shop and see what my product store is up to. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe.